Good morning. I'm not sure what I go quite want to talk about. I feel like it's so funny how people assume something when you're talking about something. Like I posted a video on my Instagram, and a lot of you follow me on my Instagram, and it just said that I didn't post those things for the right reasons. And people are going, well, what, people making fun of you or, saying bad things. No one said anything bad. I was explaining that I wasn't posting it because actually, to be quite honest, I'll say it here. I was posting kind of out of spite, and I had taken some pictures and I wanted to share them with somebody, and I couldn't. And I was like, well, I got good pictures here. I was proud of them, and I was proud of them. So it wasn't like I was not proud, and I edited them slightly, but they were actually for someone specific, and and I couldn't send them right away. And there's just rules with this person that I can't, and I get it, and I understand it, and I have no problem with it. But I was at a point where I wanted to share them, and so I shared them. And to me, like if I'm taking a picture for somebody specifically, or um, I think posting those are not correct thing to do. Um, because it's not just for fun, it's not just for the channel or the page. It was for someone specific, and I when I say I did posted them for the wrong reason, I did. I wanted to share something and I couldn't, and I did it anyway. And which is fine. I mean, I'm not like, oh my god, it's the end of the world, whatever. It's not. But I got it. But I was sharing that only because I try to share, right? And Instagram's so funny because I don't think people really listen to the video for one. Like, you know, I didn't say anything about anyone saying anything bad. Matter of fact, I specifically said, I think they're fine. Like, I don't have a problem with them. I don't feel bad. I did not feel ugly, fat, or any of those things. I was proud of them, and that's why I shared them. Um, and I just think it's funny. And I'm just talking about that just because I, um, I have no problem. I mean, I kind of just shake my head and I get it. People are assuming that people are saying bad things. I rarely get bad things said to me anymore. I mean, I used to when I was public and huge. I mean, you have, tens of thousands of followers. You're going to get, and realistically, I rarely got a bad message. Every once in a while, I got it. And it was very far and few between that I got the ugly or, as far as the way I looked. Now, I mean, I did get some people like not agreeing with what I would talk about, if I did a video, but I rarely got a negative message about the way I looked or anything like that. What I did get was people being overly sexual and rude, almost like disgusting, like, the rape, calling out rape and calling out making you bleed, all of those things were like, okay, I don't like that kind of crap. I just don't like it. It's just not where I want to go. I don't want people to, explain to me what they want to do to me. I don't want to hear that. So I just thought it was kind of funny when I'm doing that. Like, and it's different now. Like I feel different about things now, and it didn't bother me. And I'm not talking about it because it bothered me. So be clear, I'm not bothered. I'm sharing it because I just think it's ironic and funny, and that if you're gonna comment about what I'm talking about, listen to what I'm talking about. Because I never once said anyone said anything bad. I would just like take them off my page. I wouldn't even bother. Actually, these days I'm really good about just because I don't need it and I don't have time for it and I don't have time for negativity in my life and I just don't have it. It's not from, especially not from social media. We have enough shit to deal with at work and with our family and the houses, things that we have to do on a day-to-day basis. We don't need that on social media. I don't need that on social media. I'm not trying to provoke conflict or anything like that's not my style. I'm just sharing. That's all I do. I'm just sharing. That's what I do. So anyway, I just thought like really, whatever. I'm just fessing up that I don't think I did it for the right reason, and I felt bad about doing it later, like it was, and I didn't take it down because I like the pictures, but I was like, it really wasn't for the right reason. It really wasn't fair. So, um, that's what I did. Anyway, I just thought I would give you a quick and hi, because I don't post here very often anymore, but I know that there's a couple people that see me here that don't see me anywhere else, and you don't know what the picture was. It was just a sexy picture, I mean, lingerie, cleavage, all those things, but it was just something I was actually really proud of them, and I felt really good about them. And when I finally did get to share it with the person, they're like, oh my God, these are really good. Because the black ones they were like, I just had a spark within me that day. And I had that spark that day, and I wanted to share them that day. It was like important to me to share it that day. And I couldn't. And then it was like, that's when the spark was. That's when I felt that, like those pictures were real as far as the way they looked and the way I felt. And, it's like, dang, and so that's why I shared them, because I needed to. I needed to do it that day. And right, wrong, or indifferent, I needed to. So I did. And anyway, that's what I did. I am going to go now. That was my big speech for today. Everything is good. So everything is good as it can be. I'm working out things. I've had some epiphanies. Maybe I'll put those on a different video. Learning how to better deal with not allowing myself to stay in victim status. I have, between my ex and my sickness, I've made me feel like a victim. I don't want to feel like a victim anymore. I want to renew myself and who I am. Those were situations. Those were circumstances. Those were things that happened, and they're done now. And I'm probably better for all of those things, because I don't believe that we have hard things in our life without being better for them. And the last couple of years, I've been really staying on victim status, and I'm not a victim. I'm really not. I made some bad choices. That's what it was, really. That's it. It wasn't anything else. And I don't think I have to forgive like my ex. It's not about forgiving. It's more about forgiving myself for the guilt that I feel for not leaving sooner, because that to me is where I feel that's where I was doing the victim blaming. It's not, it wasn't really about that, like I didn't leave. I didn't know I could, right? I can't do that anymore. I can't feel guilty about it anymore. And I've kept it for a long time. That has bothered me a long time, the guilt with not leaving sooner. Not that I stayed, it's just that I could have left sooner, hindsight. So, but that's hindsight, and hindsight's completely different. So, I could see how things worked out, and they worked out great. But I can't keep blaming everything. Well, I don't blame things on my sickness as much as, yeah, I'm struggling, like building back up the strength. And that is directly related to the sickness, but I can't like stay there anymore. If I really want to get through this and over it, I can't look at it as being a victim. Yeah, it sucked. It did. I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't a purposeful thing either. Like, God didn't come down and say, you're getting leukemia, or maybe he did, but there's so to me, if that was the case, if my higher power or my spirits or my guiding angels said, you need to go through this, there's a reason. There's a reason why I needed to do that. There's a reason why I needed to do that. And there's a reason why I needed to heal. As well. I don't think that not everyone gets that second chance, and I don't think that's by chance either. I think there's reasons for these things, even the bad things, because some things have to be bad before we can really appreciate it. So that was my epiphany. I'm working on no more being the victim. I made a choice. it took me a while to leave him. I left him now. I'm good, right? So I'm in a good place. Anyway, have a great day. There you have it. There's 10 minutes of Karen. Take care.